Good morning, everyone. Today is Friday, December the 9th. We just got the PPI numbers in. There's been quite a reaction, you can see in the futures market. It's pulled all the way down through these levels. It's after 9 o'clock. It bounced off the low, but here's the thing. Do you see this area here in the charts? It's telling us that it is a noisy patch that we've really got to be aware of. My suspicion is that we bounce and then end up in this area. Now, Friday is normally, well, not normally, there's about a 56% chance that Friday's trend, so not quite even split whether they sit sideways or trend, but the big thing to understand is that when a Friday trends, you don't want to get in the opposite direction. And so if this is bearish and it loses these ranges in the first couple of hours and we come back to where we're sitting, then we end up seeing that our chart action is going to bring us into the lower edges. A lot of big traders are still looking for this region down here at 39. This is the low of the prior month, 38.82. And a lot of traders are thinking that we're going to slant just a bit negative in the space. My thought is the big spikes are going to get sold, the big fades are going to get bought. So position yourself on the edges of these formations. The key level that the ES is battling right now is 39.50. For the NQ, let's see if the NQ pulls up a heat on a 2-hour map. It does. The number there is going to be 11,570, 11,560, somewhere around there. You can see these areas are just a raw battle zone. So what do we need to look for? Let's go to our SPY, since most of us that watch stuff from the Benzinga area do sit down in the charts. We're going to see that I have the options available into January, and there's a lot of bullish action showing around here. A lot of people are thinking about Santa Claus rally. Here's the big thing that's happening. We've got a very news-heavy week next week. And so what that means is that traders with very large accounts, and I'm talking about desks and funds and institutions, they're going to hedge. And the way that they will hedge is to protect against downside most of the time. And so if we get an upside shot, they're going to have to buy to cover those hedges. And so we could see a very messy week next week. I'm going to keep trading to a little bit of very tactical, quick in and out sorts of things until we get our stuff squared away. All right, so taking a look at SPY, 2-hour shows that we're in very heavy congestion right now. That is understandable. Pre-market has us down in the lower edges. I have no idea why my other machines will not start up, so I could see the exact numbers there, but we know that we're very likely chopping around these zones. Again, trade the edges once they get up and over the key levels, then you can trade them in the proper direction of trend. The key secret sauce right here is don't find your way into a trade unless it's sitting at a key level of support or resistance. And for here, we're looking at 392 all the way up to 397. We closed at over 396, so we're going to gap down, likely fill the gap. The next big thing, we're going to have rollover with the futures next week on Monday. There's a 30-point gap. That's going to be a big fat mess. But clear as day, you can see what's going on here in SPY. We come down into these levels. Once we breach over and hold, you get to go long into the zone. If we pop into 392 and we can't hold, we're going to go further to the south. Let's take a look at the Qs and see what we've got going on. Let's check out, let's pull in some of these crazy strikes that they've got going there so we can see where they're sitting. Much wider dispersion here in the Qs, but the same sort of thing. This gray is the prior week. Low, high, we're sitting right in the range. Let it come in, hold up over 280. Bob's your uncle for a long. Let it pounce and move up into the 286, 287. Wait for it to fade and then you've got the least amount of risk for a short. I think we go sideways like this ultimately until we bump into all the numbers that we have next week. That's it for me. Have a good trading day, and I'll see you all on Monday. Stay frosty.